Does your ROG Ally need to be 400% better? So you pick up your new ROG Ally and you download the Halo Master Chief Collection, Call of Duty, Red Dead 2, and GTA, and then all of a sudden you're full. There's no more space on your ROG Ally. Today we're going to solve that problem with my ROG Ally. We're going to install a 2 terabyte drive into our ROG Ally. The ROG Ally comes with a 512 gigabyte NVMe drive that is Gen 4. This is the largest drive the Steam Deck comes with, but it's still just not big enough if you're actually going to play modern games on this device. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove those 6 screws that are on the back. When working on any electronics, you should be using an ESD wristband. For this particular project, I normally attach it to my ankle and attach it to a grounding path. Then we're going to use this plastic tool, pry tool that comes with an iFixit kit, and we're going to start over by the triggers and we're going to work our way around and prying to undo those clips. Now this next step is extremely important anytime you're working on electronics. You need to disconnect the battery. It is just down here at the bottom, and all you do is you just use a little flathead that is plastic and you pry it out of place. You will need to lift up a plastic cover that is actually blocking the way of the NVMe drive. You can see here the NVMe drive that we're going to be replacing. The NVMe drive is held in place by one small Phillips head screw. After releasing that screw, the NVMe drive is free and it can be removed. I will be replacing it with the SABRENT 2 terabyte hard drive. The ROG Ally requires a 2230 drive, which is kind of unique because normally you see 2280s in computer applications. I will have a link down below for this NVMe drive. If you do happen to use this link, it does give a little bit of kickback to the channel. So once you have your new NVMe drive, you slide it into place and push it down and reattach that screw that is holding it in place. Make sure before you put on the back plate that you plug the battery back in. Now everything is just in reverse. You put it back together, you just snap on the back and put in the 6 screws again. Now that you have everything plugged back in and everything closed up, you need to plug it in to the charger in order to have it reactivate. When you disconnect the battery, it takes a couple of seconds of it being on power to recognize that it's ready to go again. If this is the first time you're using this particular NVMe drive, there's going to be no operating system on it, and now we need to reinstall that. There's a couple of really easy ways to do this. ROG actually builds one into the BIOS that you can use in order to flash Windows back onto your ROG Ally. This particular method is actually really handy because it does have a lot of the necessary things that are required for the ROG Ally, such as its Wi-Fi drivers baked in. That makes it extremely easy for you to get up and going right away as soon as you get into the Windows. There's other ways such as using a USB drive and creating Windows boot disk. That's more difficult because you're required to have a hub. Another way you can do it is you can buy one of these NVMe storage containers and you put the old NVMe inside of it, and then you're going to migrate your operating system across to the new one. It's a good idea, but a fresh install of Windows is always great. In this way, actually, you have to buy something else in order to make it work. If you're interested in either of those options, please put a comment down below so that I can make a video about it later on and show you guys how to do those operations. Once you're in BIOS, you are going to need the Y button in order to get out of the easy mode and into the actual BIOS. While going through the cloud recovery, it's going to ask you for your Wi-Fi password and your internet so that it can connect to it and download the tools it needs to reinstall Windows. Just follow the prompts. Now that everything is up and running again, now I have 2 terabytes of storage, which is extremely important right now when they're having issues with the micro SD slot on top burning up and causing these micro SDs to not work. It doesn't matter to me. I have 2 terabytes worth of storage that I can use to put games on it. I just got back from a week-long business trip, and this is all I used in my evenings was this. I played games with friends. I connected it up to a hub and connected it up to the TV in my hotel room. I was using Discord at the same time as I was playing games, and it worked great. This drive seems to be adding new life to this ROG Ally. I'm a type of person that likes to have multiple games on my device at one time. I don't just install one game and nothing else. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe down below for more content in regards to this ROG Ally and just other tech news and tech items that are coming out that are cool. Thank you for joining me today. We'll catch you in the next one.